welcome back to Blackbird Studio. In this video, I'll show you how to make this blimp in Blender and render it out just like this. Okay, so I'm going to delete everything and add a mesh. So Shift A, mesh, and UV sphere, and I'm going to rotate it on the x-axis 90 degrees, or x90, and I'll scale it on the y-axis like that. And now I can tab into edit mode and select this vertex at the front of the blimp, turn on proportional editing, and press GY. In proportional editing, basically everything within this radius will move. So wait, okay. That should be good for now, and for the end I can move it out actually, like that. Okay, that's good for now. Shift A and add a cylinder, and I'll scale this down, I'll move it down, and I'll scale it on the x-axis, not that much. I'll move it forward on the y-axis, pressing GY, and I'll move it down a little bit more. I will also tab into edit mode and select this top face and move it down like that, just like so. Okay. Also, press 3 and select this face. 3 makes you go into face select mode, extrude it, scale it, extrude it some more, scale it some more. And that looks good. Can also Shift A and add a cylinder, and then rotate this on the x-axis 90 degrees. And this will basically be the propeller. Once I make it smaller, and I can shrink it on the y-axis and scale it on the y-axis as well. Wait, that's basically the same thing. I don't know what I'm saying. Okay. Now, to mirror it on the other side, Shift duplicate it. Wait, Shift D to duplicate it, and then I'll move it on the x-axis, but instead of just eyeballing it, I will put a negative sign in front of the location x location. Okay, I might have probably should have done this earlier, but I can extrude this. Oh, scale it. I'll scale it on the individual origins, and then move it backward, I guess. Extrude it forward, or actually extrude it, scale it, and then extrude it forward. Don't really know how that makes a difference, but you know. Okay, good enough for now. Good enough. Okay, and the fins on the back. Forgot about those. Okay, add a cube. Move it back. Scale it. Scale it on the x-axis. Whoa. What? SX. Okay. And scale it on the z-axis. A little less, like that. Okay. And select this face. Scale it on the z-axis. And then, if I click on viewport shading wireframe, and then scale it, or actually scale it on the y-axis. move it forward on the y-axis, and scale it some more on the y-axis, and move it forward some more on the y-axis, and then select everything and scale it on the y-axis, and move it backward on the y-axis, and then if I change this to the 3D cursor, the pivot point, now it'll rotate around the 3D cursor, so I can shift duplicate it, shift D to duplicate it, and then rotate it on the y-axis at 90 degrees, and then shift D, right click RY90, shift D, right click RY90. Okay, those, now that I'm looking at it, are way too big. I'll scale them down, move it back. I guess that's good enough. Good enough. Okay, next. Shift A, add an icosphere. Then, actually, add a camera. Shift A, add a camera. Press 0. And a cool trick. Press Shift and the tilde key, and then zoom out like that. 1 minute. Okay, and we want the blimp to be in the exact middle. Or not the exact middle, but or maybe actually up a little. Okay. Should duplicate it. What the? Oh, it's still scaling around the 3D cursor. I'll change that to medium point. Okay. That should be good. Rotate this, I guess. Duplicate it over here. Okay. These are clouds, in case you didn't know. And I'll select one of the icospheres, and then add a, oh wait, not a material, a modifier, and a decimate modifier. And the more I decrease the ratio, the less faces will be displayed. And the face count, you can see down here, increases and decreases. And now, cool trick, another trick, select all these, and then lastly, select the one with the decimate modifier, press Ctrl L and modifiers. Now all of these will have decimate modifier on them. I can change it for all of these. Whoa. Okay then. And maybe I don't like, maybe I can just, trying to figure out what would look best. I think just like, I gotta have one with 3 clouds. I'll just copy this image, I guess. Okay, now is time for the shading. So go over to the shading viewport thing, press 0 to get into your camera view. Okay, select all the fins first. And then we're going to do the same thing we're gonna add a new material. Change the base color, maybe red. I had a blue last time. Red this time. And then again, just select all the fins, and then I'll do the same thing that we did for the modifiers. Press Ctrl L, this time selecting materials. And what's cool is if we select any of these fins and we change anything about them, the materials, all the materials will be changed. And if we don't want that to happen, if we want to make an instance, we can click on this little 4 and change the base color for this, for any property actually, and it'll change just this one, not any of the others. Okay. Good. This should also be red. Our new material, make it red. Actually, I'll just use the same material. And then I'll add another material, new material, make it completely black. And press Ctrl R, add 2 loop cuts like this. And then scale them on the z-axis. And then if I press 1, numpad 1, and also if I move, or actually, how would it look if I moved them out of the way? Not good. Okay, I'll just hide them for now. Press 1, and then tab to edit mode. Put this and this, move them down. Make sure you're on edge select, and go to face select. After that, click on this material, the black one, click assign, and now all those will be black, all those faces. This should also be black, and this one should also be black. Okay. Great. Everything else I will keep white, except for the background. We want the background to be a different color. So if I go to the render viewport shading, this looks terrible. Okay, so if I change this from down here, from object to world, you'll see these nodes show up, and I can Shift A, just like adding an object, and I can change this to shader, or wait, no, texture, and add a magic texture. Look the color up to the color, and that is looking even worse. That is because we need to change the depth to, I guess, 10. I think 10 is what I used last time. I can also change the scale to like a really low number, like 0.04, I guess. Also Shift A and add a light and a sunlight. And then rotate this, just like that. You can change the depth. Okay, this, it looks cool. Or maybe this looks cool. Really cool to play around with the depth. I think I'm gonna keep it at 1 and then render it out. So rendering, go to rendering, or wait, not rendering, go press this camera icon, change the render engine to cycles, from EV to cycles, and then I can increase the render the render samples. And the samples is basically, it makes it less, so there's less noise. Like when I zoom in and out, it gets more noisy. All those little dots and stuff, or the noise. And that doesn't look good at all. So, this is looking good. Wait, actually, Alt H, unhide these. Actually, it might have been looked better when they were hidden. You know what? I'll just delete them. Delete. Okay, that looks good. Usually I increase the render samples to like 1280, I guess. And then go to render, and then render image. And then when you're done rendering the image, select image, and then you can save it somewhere. And this will take like a long time. Like for me, I think it took like 5 minutes. I'm just gonna stop that. And if you like this video, please make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.